Hi guys, it's Peggy from Peggy Still Stitching here on YouTube and Instagram. Basically it's been 2 weeks since my last YouTube video. This fortnight was a bit slower stitching wise. I don't have that much to show, but I sort of have some things I want to talk about after we get there, so I'm just going to jump in. What I'm going to start with is the Fox and Rabbit monthly sale. So I pretty much finished last month, but then I started this month when I have like maybe 30 stitches to do from last month. For some reason, the bright and shiny new one came out and I just started stitching that. I haven't done a lot on this, but there it is. So this is stitched on a piece of 18 count Haunted by Paddock Lane Designs. So over here is last month's release. So I've just got to do this little section here, but for some reason I just didn't. And I came over here and started this month's release. This month's release is actually quite big. So I'm gonna crack on with that in the next 2 weeks. I think this one sort of slowed me down last month just because color placement, as much as I love it, it does, depending on the mood I'm in, it can be a factor that does affect how fast I'm able to stitch. Okay. Now this one I didn't get a lot on. There is threads everywhere because I apparently leave needles hanging out of my stitching. So this, I just love this so much. I'm too sort of close today to get the full thing in, I think. Hopefully that's all in the frame. It's covering my whole face, so I'm not 100% sure. But this is done on a piece of 18 count Turbulent from Paddock Lane Designs. This is actually my favorite fabric that she does. And this is the Vanity Sampler by Liz Matthews. And I am using the Gothic color conversion by Cam the Stitcher. So I will tag her below. I know that she lists those colors over at her Instagram, but I'll link her channel below as well. So basically I came down and started the butterfly. I think I did maybe some of the words, but I just can't remember because I did this basically straight after my last video. So maybe I just need to be a little bit more mindful of what I'm actually stitching. I wanted to make a point, because I don't think I have every time I've talked about this, is that just here, this row, it's not meant to be like that, obviously. There's only meant to be one row of that grey, but I made a mistake on the border somewhere here, and I'd already done too much of it to fix it. So when I got to this side, I basically did a mistake on purpose in one of these sections, so it brought it up. And then this row is, I'm just going to do 2 rows of the grey there. I don't think it'll matter. But I sort of just wanted to address that because I wasn't sure if I had mentioned that or if I've just showed it every time like it was fine. Okay, I want to get more work done on that. Like, I really like this. It's just such a big project, so it's hard to pull it out. A lot of the time I do stitching in the car whilst I'm waiting at appointments and stuff with my daughter. So yeah. This last one's probably the most exciting. This has definitely taken up most of my time. I think I showed this in my last video and I finished it. So here it is. Look how cute it is. So I think when I showed it, I'd only done the top and maybe the pink in the dragonfly. So I wanted to give this to my mum for Mother's Day. So it's from Gilmore Girls. If you watched it, you know exactly what it is. I was unsure doing this color of the wings here. I think I sort of mentioned that I was considering doing it in B5200, but I did stay with the 712. You can see, I can see in the viewfinder that you can see it. In person you can just see it, but I think that's actually really nice because they're like the wings of the dragonfly. This is stitched on a piece of 18 count blush from Paddock Lane Designs, and I've actually never done a finish in a hoop like this. So on the back I just put some felt there and did like a really dodgy stitch around the back. My mum won't care, she'll love it regardless. That's something I'd like to work on because I have quite a few Christmas ornaments that I want to do this like this. I have 2 sizes of these hoops. This is the bigger one, but off the top of my head I just can't remember if it's a 4 or a 5 inch hoop. Yeah, I don't know, but look how cute it is. I love this so much. I want to stitch myself one. Is that weird? Like one for my mum and one for me. But yeah, it's actually really easy and there's not much stitching in this. But it obviously was a bit more time consuming, you know, finishing it, making sure I had the right size hoop. I was missing a colour, so that was annoying. And I probably could have changed it, but I just loved the way it looked. In the sample, so this is by La Hoopla on Etsy, and they've got theirs stitched on a blue, so mine is like a really pale pink. You can't quite tell that it's not white, but if I put like a white piece of paper near it, it's just the slightest tone of pink, and I just think it's really pretty. But yeah, so for Mother's Day, which is tomorrow, I'm gonna give this to my mum. So yeah, I just love it so much. I think it's so cute. I'm so proud of myself. Isn't it lovely? Anyway, all right. So that was my big, like, look what I did. Okay, what else have I got? So my fabric of the month. So I get Paddock Lane's fabric of the month. She did put out an email this month that I get 18 count. That's what I stitch on, that she had a delay in the 18 count. She did offer to go up or down a count or to have like it dyed in the opalescent, but I don't know. I know that the opalescent costs more and stuff like that, and like I just would rather wait, get, you know, what I always order. And it's not like her fault, you know, that our thing hasn't arrived. So in saying that though, I did get my Crafty Leanie fabric of the month. So this is bi-monthly. So this is April's. Now I get that in an 18 count. I'm just trying to get the little card thing off. Okay, so what's it called? It's called Palomino. I don't think that gives anything away. Like, I wouldn't know what that meant. Maybe you would. And I'm going to show it now. So if you don't want to see it. All right. I don't know if like that side, I think this side's, this is really pretty. It's not showing up as dark, I think, on the camera. Like, oh, maybe. No, it seems in the camera that it's showing up with like some white or lighter patches, and it seems to be pretty even, to be honest. It's more, it's a bit darker than what it's showing. But it's really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on it because this throws a lot of yellow, and I'm not a big yellow fabric person. If I was to show you my collections of fabric, I think there's like 2 pieces of yellow in there that I've maybe got in a bundle. Like, they're not ones I've actually purchased because I want yellow. But this is really pretty. I just have no idea what to put on it. No idea. So that's one that will go in my fabric collection. And if I sort of find something that pops out. She does such lovely fabric. Like, I've already shown this in a previous one, but the last fabric of the month I got from her, it's just beautiful, and I just keep them like together. I separate my fabric by size and brand. And the last one she did is this. Like, how beautiful is that? So if you are looking for a fabric of the month club in Australia, I just thought I'd show both because they're beautiful, and I didn't have a lot of stitching to talk about in this one. And my normal, like, you know, 12 to 15 minute video would have been like 7 minutes. Okay, the only other thing I got in the last fortnight was My mum is actually signed up to the Disney magazine, like monthly magazines. So she picks them up. So my mum doesn't stitch. She's not a stitcher at all. But she is super supportive of it being something that I do. Which is awesome because it's not her mum that taught me how to stitch. It's actually my dad's mum that taught me how to stitch. And, you know, they're not together, and like for her to still be so supportive of something that I learned from his side of the family, I just, you know, I really appreciate that because it's out of a place of love, and she does, you know, support that. So I have all the magazines. I keep them in these binders. I have quite a few now, so I keep 25 in a binder. And so mum has dropped me off this week. Well, we actually work together, so she put them on my work desk. So then I could be called an old lady at work for the rest of the week. So she dropped me off from, I think it was 1:30 all the way through to 1:50. And there is one in here that I really want to stitch. Now I'm just going to make a mess and ruin my whole folder. And it is in issue 149, and it's Captain Hook. And I just think it's really cute. I have actually got a piece of navy fabric that I had set aside for a Stitch Rovia pattern that I've purchased and everything. I just haven't started. But I love that. How cute is it? The one thing I will say with these books is their patterns aren't super easy to read. And they don't photocopy well. So to have a working copy is a little bit difficult. I do find myself going from my photocopied copy to the one in the magazine. So it's just one of those things. And the thing is too, is that like these are released, I'm sure it's monthly, but maybe it's more often because I've got so many of them. And how do I actually do them all? Because there's so many. Like I'm obviously, you know, going to keep them. But there's just a lot. And then there was one in actually issue 150, and it's like the evil queen from Snow White over a pumpkin for Halloween. Like, yeah, I don't know if there's a picture of it that's a bit bigger. There's the pattern. Oh, yeah. I'll try not to show you. Like, how cool is that? I'll probably stitch her just because I think that that's a bit cute. Like, creepy but cute. Does that make sense? I just think that she sort of fits the whole aesthetic of my stitching, to be honest. Which from this video, I basically did all softer things and you wouldn't think so, but I tend to be a bit more Halloween style of a stitcher. But yeah, if you did want like a bit of a flick through these magazines, because I do have so many, leave a comment below and let me know, because there's quite a few in these that I really like. I'll show you this one as well because I love her. And I loved the movie, so she might get stitched too. Like, and I love that on the purple. And I have a couple of pieces of purple fabric from Paddock Lane Designs, like the colour that I did The Legend of Sleepy Hollow on, and the Black Pearl. Like, I could have just a whole series of these dark sort of stitches on the purple fabric, and I just think it'll look so cool. I have no idea what I'll do with them all, and at the moment they're getting finished and put in a bag. But I'm going to be better about that. But like, I just think that's so cool. So I reckon I'm going to start one of these three. I don't know which one. If you have an opinion on which one I should start, leave a comment down below. So Maleficent, the Evil Queen from Snow White, or the Peter Pan one. But I sort of hope you pick this one. But I mean, what's the point in voting, you know? But then it's May Mania, like, so could I just like start all three? I don't know. You like, you guys have an opinion for whoever, you know, sees this, watches it, gets to 15 minutes in, because this is now turned into a long one for me. And yeah, we'll go from there, because there's quite a few in these recent ones where I wouldn't sort of mind getting a few new starts in. So that's really it from me. Over the next fortnight, I'll obviously, yeah, do that fox and rabbit one of those 3 / maybe 2 of the 3, maybe I'll check the comments. The other thing is just before I posted this, or like started recording this video, I got my 200th follower on YouTube. So thank you all so much for being here, for your support. Obviously, like and give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.